YouTube, good morning. It is Kyle Beret here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. It's 6:05 a.m. and our work week is done. So what did we do? Of course, we get up at 5 a.m. and we just start going and looking through all the pairs. Now, I'm not going to bore you today and go looking through all the pairs, but I want to very clearly just show you what we are already seeing. And clearly the first thing that we're already seeing is CAD Jappy, and the fact that CAD Jappy broke the structure here and it was in between these zones. So what do we know when price is breaking structure and it's in between zones? This is where your bread and butter is, because this whole drop could end up going down to these whole wick ranges here. We may even come here. It's too strong. This is probably where the next zone is. I've already closed at 12%. I already took 12%, and I have the rest stop loss for scalp to swing. So what do we know? We know that it's already engulfing. We know that it's already strong and we're in between zones. And look, check the currency meter. The currency meter is already telling us that the Canadian dollar is so weak compared to the Japanese yen. So this is just helping us understand that we are in a bearish trend. We are going bearish. We broke structure and now we're in between zones. So we go over here to the 15-minute, and what did the 15-minute do? The 15-minute was perfect. The 15-minute was already making lower lows and lower highs. Right? Lower lows and lower highs. It was already making lower lows and lower highs. So we know that by following, sorry, this is my PDF. We know that by following our trading plan. Oh yeah, we're still going. I have a take profit down at these next zones, so it's just another 30 pips away. We know that we are going to trade if you have higher time frame momentum. So we know that we have higher time frame momentum going bearish based off the 4-hour, just look how strong it is. We broke structure, we're going down. We know that we can identify structure, how we have lower lows and lower highs, lower lows, lower highs right before the 6 a.m. candle. Yes, we did have some news, but it already made a new lower high to continue going bearish. We plotted out our zones, and we're in between zones. The 4-hour, in between zones. We broke these structures, and now we're in between zones. You guys are going to notice that the little pop-up is going to pop up. I lost my wallet, and the automatic payment didn't go through with my card. So anyways, in between zones, we already know that. Checking out the plan even more. You can clearly see which direction momentum is going. We clearly were able to see that we're going bearish. So that's why we took shorts right here. And I already closed at mostly 10 pips each. These are our initial entries were, because we came up here for the pullback. It broke structure. We came back to retest structure that we broke, and then we went down. And as you can see, just in this whole time frame, just from taking shorts here, like my whole percentage is already done. My whole percentage is already done just in this little tiny pullback here, or drop. And that's just being higher time frame confirm. All of this is just being higher time frame confirm. We're confirm on every time frame that we're going bearish. The 1-hour, I mean, we did come and tap the supply zone, so anything can happen once we actually tap these zones. But the overall trend is bearish, and I believe that we're still going to go maybe up to another 30 pips down to the next zone. Maybe we pull up and we retest this demand zone here. It's a possibility, but for how strong these candles are, I'm just seeing a lot of liquidity, hopefully pushing into more of a push. The currency meter is really helping us out today because the currency meter is just so much stronger. It's so much stronger than the CAD. I was going to trade UJ, but the Canadian dollar had nothing, so it's just an overall better pair to trade. But we do want to continue just seeing it pull down, although like I did say that our percentage is already done. In that first 10 pips, closed down the majority of our entries, taking our percentage, and now we're just leaving the rest to scalp the swing. Because this is how we effectively scalp the swing. Take our percentage quickly, and then we scalp the swing the rest. Well, we followed our trading plan. We looked through a whole bunch of, different pairs. I didn't see anything that I really liked, as opposed to seeing CAD Jappy. CAD Jappy was my winner today. CAD Jappy was the winner today. And just in this very brief drop, this is already our percentage. So in this candle, in this 15-minute candle, that's where that 5-minute was making the pullback. So the 5-minute made the pullback, and then it dropped. And that's where our entries were. Our entries were here in the pullback. And as you can see, we're still dropping. We're going to the next zone. That's where my next TP is. My next TP is at these next zones. And that's just based off of these higher time frames. Just because we know that we broke the structure. This could be a really, really big move. So just by leaving stop loss in profit, if we pull down another 10, 20 pips, then I'll just move stop loss in profit to 10 or 20 pips. Because once it's in profit at 10 or 20 pips, it doesn't really matter where else it goes. If it comes and hits you, it's fine. You just want to scalp the swing to the next zone. So I don't want to stay on for too long, but I'm going to stay on just for the sake of this video, because I do want to see if we drop now. And if we do drop now, then you guys will be able to at least just kind of witness it more live. Just responding in our group chats. I posted the analysis before I took the trade of what's happening. So people in my group are just sending me a message that everyone's just saying TP got hit, TP got hit. So that's always nice when everybody can see the same thing at the same time, and you can actively call out a live signal with an analysis, not just sell here and take TP here. But all my students know that we have a 10 pip TP rule, so we like to close the majority at 10 pips, take our percentage, leave the rest to run. Because you definitely do not want to be greedy. But as you can see, this is just so clear. It's just clear as day on how strong we are. It's clear as day how strong we are, just by looking at the strength of this candle closing below support here. And we're in between. See how we're not even on this zone? We're in between. We're in between, and then just look left. You see this wick range, wick range, wick range? That's where your TPs go. That's where your whole TPs go. In this range, so that's already 15 pips there. What if it goes here to 28? Well, maybe 40. This is where you just leave stop loss in profit and let it run. And as we can see, we are going down. This is just following the momentum. Let me get some... right? So we got this lower high. So price broke structure here. Boom. We made a little bit of a pullback. We didn't quite make it all the way back to that zone, but now we made another lower high. More lower lows. Boom. More lower lows. More lower highs. Right in time for the 6 a.m. push. We have more lower highs. Right in time for the 6 a.m. push. And it is that we did have the news, of course, on Forex Factory for USD. I do believe that even USD news can still affect the Canadian dollar. Not like it dramatically affects it, but it can still affect it. So I just kind of stuck away from US dollar pairs right now. I just stuck away from the USD. Instead of trading UJ, I traded CJ instead because there's no news. There was no news. It looked a little bit cleaner. But as we can see, even looking at this 4-hour, UJ is going to have a big drop. I might even just look to put entries on UJ. Because look where UJ broke. We broke, oops. Yeah, that's not a good line. Look at this whole structure that we broke. And now we're in between zones. We're going here. We're going here. UJ is going to be a very, very big drop. Very, very big drop. But CAD JPY I like more. I like CAD JPY a lot more. Because CAD JPY is continuing to stay on the currency meter right now. It's continuously staying strong for the Japanese yen and no strength for the Canadian dollar. So it's even better. It's even better than trading the other pair because these moves happen every day. So it's not like you don't have to catch everything. You just have to catch the right ones. That's it. You do not have to catch everything. You just need to catch the right ones. I'm just curious to, I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm just curious to know. Oh, yeah, we're going, like even on the 5 minutes, see how we just keep making lower lows and lower highs?
Yeah, keep me follow here.
Lower low, another lower high, boom, I'm going to the next zone.
Yeah.
This is where my TPs are at. Actually, my TPs are lower, so I might go on MetaTrader on my phone, and
Just
when it
keep
comes
low.
down, I might disclose it if it does. But this is the whole point now, where the anticipation is here, guys. This is where you're like, do I close now? Do I keep holding? That's why you have to be non-greedy and take your percentage quick
Yeah.
and allow the rest.
Already on 19%.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
plus $1, 20%. Because I put the stop loss in profit.
Exactly.
So I'm leaving here.
Exactly.
Yes. Very good.
So I might start getting ready to. Well, I'm just gonna keep holding. Obviously, I'm gonna hold to the next zone. Definitely holding till the next zone. I just don't know if I want to stay. I just don't know if I want to stay on the video the whole time. If you guys understand what I mean. I just don't know how long I want to stay on it. But I just want you guys to be able to see this. I want you guys to be able to see the structure. I want you guys to be able to pay attention to the higher time frames, to be able to understand which direction that we're going. These are where our percentages are. Our percentages are on these pullbacks. They're on the pullbacks. We made a nice little thing here. We have momentum. Yes. Are we in between zones? Yes. Do we have market structure? Yes. In our case, it's lower lows and lower highs, so we're selling the pullback. Lower lows and lower highs, selling the pullback. This is where all of our shorts went. I actually got all my sells pretty much in this area here, on this low pullback here, because when I was looking at the 15 minute, the 15 minute was actually green and it had a lower high. But as what the 5 minute was doing, I just started putting sells there because we're too strong. We're going down now. Here's our liquidity to come down now. It's exactly what happened. We gained our liquidity here, and then all of the shorts were in here to continue going down into the bearish momentum. And the currency meter is just prevailing today, so it's letting us know we're just going down. The Canadian dollar is weak. I really just want to see if we hit the next zone right now. But this little thing is our guide that I made. Alan put this together. We sat down and worked on it, and it's just a very, very simple idea for us. Because if we have the momentum and we're in between zones, that's what our formula is. Our formula is in between the zones. We trade in between the zones. We broke structures, too strong in between the zones. These are points in the market that are optimal. These are where price can make big pushes on these types of setups. This type of setup is going down. We are going down. I don't know when. Thanks, brother. I don't know when it's going down. I don't know when we're really going to hit our TP here. But the most important thing is we just got that stop loss and the take profit now. We allow the chart to do the rest of the stuff. But it was a very nice morning. I got Alan here, Wickfield Wizards, Brazil. He speaks Portuguese and Spanish. Alan is just next to me. We've been trading live together. Just been working on him, building him up, teaching him more and more. We're learning together what works, what doesn't work. So we've just kind of prepared everything for everybody, for all of our new students coming in. Just as much as we can to just kind of feed back into the students and help them understand more and more how momentum works, and we all win together. This is a big win for me. This is a big win. Catching our 12% already in the first 10 pip drop, and then now we have the risk scalp to swing. If we end up hitting our TP, it can be a 20, 30, 40% win. There we go, baby. Here we go. Keep on pulling. I think it's going to pull right now. I think we're getting ready to pull down probably right now. You see how strong these 15-minute candles are? They're just really indicating. If this candle here ends up closing with too much rejection, then I might look to say, okay, I don't want to close just because I'd rather just leave stop loss and then TP. But just because, charts will do anything. So when you have your percentage, just take it and run. Don't be greedy. If it drops even further, it's fine. This is where your psychology comes in. This is why we close and take our percentage in the first drop, and then the scalp to swing. Leave the rest, because then you don't have to balance your emotions. You don't have to balance like, oh, well, do I keep holding? Are we going down further? Obviously we're going down, but when is it going down? What if we make a big pullback up here first and then go down? I don't want to stay on the chart and just keep watching the whole day, using up my brain power, using up my energy. Now we've made our percentage. This was within 5 minutes into the 6 o'clock candle. Look at the top right screen, 6:23. By 6:05, when I started this, our percentage was already done for the day. I was already done for the day. First thing in the morning. First thing in the morning. Currency meter is way too strong. The Jeppy is just holding that strength. Even from our pullbacks, we would just pull back to the point at where price broke. So pretty close to my entries. Pretty close to my entries. Just kind of making new lower highs. These have to happen. We have to make pullbacks. Price is knocking traders out. People are holding till the next zone. We did come in here already, but I don't think that that's where, this is not reversal time. It's too strong. We have the cross, retest, retest, drop. It's just getting ready to drop some more. So I'm just going to leave. I'm going to leave my stop loss and my take profit. I'm going to walk away. You guys got to see a little bit firsthand what happened, how we were able to take our percentage, how we're able to take our quick percentage, and then allow the rest to scalp the swing. Anyways, see you guys on the next one.